Hey guys, welcome to LSI Farms. So on today's episode, we are going to look at the state of agriculture along Lake Victoria. Farming around the lake is diverse. Majority of farms in the region are small-scale holders, focusing mainly on subsistence farming. However, we have sporadic cases of extensive farming, which we shall discuss later in the subsequent episodes. So on this episode, we will look into the state of agriculture in the lake region. First, we shall narrow down to agricultural practices along the lowland areas of Nyanza and Western by listing the various farming practices, the existing opportunities, the challenges, as well as high output potential practices that can be exploited to improve on the state of agriculture in the region. It is important to note that farmers in the region largely engage in livestock farming, mainly for beef, as well as poultry farming, mainly for subsistence. We also have aquaculture farming, that is the cage fish farming, and the crop farming. The crop farming forms the core part of agriculture in the lake region. However, as pointed above, majority of crop farmers are small-scale holders, making their produce to be largely for subsistence. As we move down to the crop cultivated along the lake region, we have the cereals such as maize, beans, rice, sorghum, millets, and nuts. We also have sugarcane plantations. We have the tubers such as the potatoes and cassavas. We have the grasses, that is the napier grass for animal feeds, banana plantation, as well as different types of vegetables and fruits. As we move further to the existing opportunities for agriculture in the lake region. As we all know, Lake Victoria offers communities settled along the lake important ecological services. Key among them are well-drained soil, adequate fresh water, and a favorable climate for agriculture. Consequently, agriculture forms a critical socio-economic pillar in the region and contributes to about 24% of the lake basin's gross domestic product. On to our first existing opportunity, we have irrigation. The lake region, like most part of the country, rely on rain-fed agriculture. Despite having arable lands and ample freshwater reservoirs both on surface and underground system, the vast water resources remain underexploited. Therefore, irrigation-based agriculture remains a viable opportunity that awaits to be exploited in the region. Presently, available water along the Kano Plains and Yala swamps have showcased the potential of the region when irrigation potential is exploited. Development of irrigation infrastructure in the region holds a high potential that, if actualized, can help the region and the country address the persistent food insecurity in the country, as well as boost trade. The next existing opportunity of agriculture along Lake Victoria is the value addition. The lake's region agricultural potential is not in doubt. However, farmers continue to lament on the viability of agriculture as a value-creating venture. The present value system in agriculture limits both the opportunity and potential it has as an income and revenue generating enterprise. However, investment in value addition, especially along crop and livestock farming, can guarantee a high return to the farmers by expanding the agriculture produce value system and minimizing farm produce losses. Value addition shall spur growth of agro-based industries that are organized to ensure efficiencies along the value chain, increase storage and extension capacities as well as increasing production potential of the region. Finally, value addition potential of the lake has the capacity to create, attract, and generate the required human and financial capital necessary for ensuring the region develops sustainably. Some of the high potential areas that can be considered for agro investments include value addition on poultry farming, livestock for beef, mainly the beef processing. We have the dairy farming can also be considered, and the fruit farming, mainly the fruit processing industries. When we move to the prevailing challenges, several challenges affect the state of agriculture along Lake Victoria. We have land degradation from unsustainable farming methods, unpredictable weather leading to extreme weather patterns such as droughts. We have land segregation, that is overdivision of land for settlements along the lake. And finally, we have the high cost of farming. Farming inputs in Kenya are very expensive, especially the fertilizers. On to the recommendation. I will recommend the regional government to develop early warning systems that will monitor and access land degradation in the region. The next recommendation will be creating awareness on the viability of agriculture as a high potential investments for both the private and the government sectors. And finally, sanitizing the people against land segregation, that is over subdivision of land along high potential farmlands, e.g. the sugar belts, the rice scheme, and the ranching areas. As I conclude, it is important to note that agriculture promotes growth across other sectors in the region, such as the service sectors, that is the hotel and the restaurants, the manufacturing sectors, that is the agro-processing of sugar, as well as the logistic sectors, that is the distribution and the supply chain. Through this sectoral interconnectedness, agriculture is a leading employer in the lake region with a potential of creating more empowerment opportunity for vulnerable groups, especially women and the youth. Thank you.